Mr. Brady, tell me a little bit about what the dedication of a fire station like this means to the community.
Well, the opening of Fire Station 75 is just an important milestone in the Spring Fire Department. This is a district, one of the fastest growing in Texas. New homes, new businesses, and it's an emergency services district that's always getting ahead of the growth. And so the opening of the station today just means our families and our businesses are safer, they're more secure, and there's a state-of-the-art station for the professional firefighters, the volunteers, and the part-time firefighters who watch over us.
With the growth of the community, especially in its North District and in your district, it's got to be just a big A+ for the area.
It is. This is an exciting part. There's a reason, why our fire insurance rates, are lower, because we've got a fire department looking out ahead of the growth, and they know they're representing and protecting 150,000 people in the area, but in truth, they're thinking protecting one home at a time, one business at a time. That's why Chief Seifert in this emergency services district is just so successful.
Do you know, and I'm not sure how many different stations Spring has?
Yes, so this district has 9 stations plus a couple other facilities and another one in the works. So they're continuing to stay up with the growth.
To grow with the community.
Yeah, this is a fabulous fire station.
Lloyd.
And I know we live in a country where every day it seems like all we see and read about is negative news. But when we gather here today, just looking around this station and who is here and why you're here, this is really what's great about America. The dedication of this station, the heroes that work here, the families they look over and protect, and those in the community, and the countless hours of work it took to bring this fire station to fruition. I was here 2 years ago for the I joined Spring Fire Department when you opened Station 70, and I was certain it couldn't get better than that. Well, it's gotten better than that. Fire Station 75 is an unbelievable structure and is another milestone, really, in the history of an amazing fire district. This spring fire started in 1953, before I was born, with a couple of volunteers and one homemade tanker. So 65 years later, this department is one of the largest in Texas. The area you serve covers 62 square miles of North Harris County. You have 9 fire stations, an administration building, a maintenance center. You're in the process of building a brand new 21st century training center. This is a fire district, an emergency service district that's always thinking ahead, always looking to the growth of neighborhoods in our business community and making sure that this community has state-of-the-art equipment, state-of-the-art responders and heroes, and our families can sleep safely at night, and our businesses can work safely during the day because you're here. And what I love is that with the staff of 200, this is a fire district that has full-time, part-time, and volunteer firefighters. That's unique, I think, in a district of this size. And I want to thank the leadership of Chief Seifert, the command staff, and all that you do to brought us a remarkable fire department. Join me in thanking the Chief for that as well. And Bob, to you and the commissioners who have the foresight to lead, to run for elected office, to try to make sure that this growth happens. And while you may be looking over 152,000 residents, commissioners, what I appreciate is you focus on one family, one business, because you know in that moment of emergency, that's what the firefighters, emergency personnel will be focusing on. So to our commissioners, thank you for all that you do. I'll finish with this. The Spring Fire motto is the desire to serve, the ability to perform, and the courage to act. There is no doubt you serve, perform, and act 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Our community, our families, our businesses are safer and more protected because of your service. And so we have a lot to celebrate today with the dedication of this fire station. I want to present to you 2 things, Chief. First, on behalf of the United States House of Representatives, it's my honor to present to you a congressional commendation in honor of Spring Fire Department for the grand opening of Station 75. On behalf of the United States House of Representatives, congratulations, Chief. And apparently I'm full of all sorts of gifts today. So it was also our belief, I was visiting with Dan Crenshaw a moment ago, we get a chance to shine a light on real heroes in our community. And so on behalf of the United States House of Representatives, we had this flag flown over the United States Capitol in honor of the Spring Fire Department and engine ladders in Station 75. I hope you'll present it and keep it with as much pride as I present it. Congratulations, Chief. God bless you. This is a great day. Thank you.
Excellent job. Today I have a proclamation that the commissioner, he could not be here, that I got the honor to come and give, and I'm going to read it right now. Harris County Precinct 4, the Honorable R. Jack Cagle, hereby congratulates Spring Fire Department Station 75 for the grand opening celebration, November 3rd, 2018. As Precinct 4 Commissioner of Harris County, Texas, and on behalf of the citizens of Harris County, congratulations on your grand opening celebration. We know that Spring Fire Station 75 will have a huge impact on our community. I am pleased to celebrate this wonderful occasion with you and wish you much success in your future. R. Jack Cagle. Thank y'all.
Well, thank you, Landon. It's a pleasure to work with you, and please thank Commissioner Cagle for us as well. We appreciate all his support. The Spring Fire Department started with a handful of citizens and a homemade tanker truck back in 1953. If you look around Spring, Texas today, 65 years later, it's amazing what has happened. Back then, a small group of community volunteers served tens of thousands of people all the way from Tomball, Texas to Humble and as far north as the Woodlands. Today, like Congressman Brady said, we're 62 square miles. 40 years ago, when I graduated high school, there was about 30,000 people in our territory. And today, 152,000. That's pretty amazing. From that homemade tanker truck on a 1930s chassis that Cotton Weaver helped to build, one of our former fire chiefs, Cotton. You know, we've gone from there all the way to about 36 fire trucks and apparatus to serve the community that keeps growing. When you see the growth, it's hard to believe that it was just 5 years ago that we hired our very first full-time firefighter. And by the end of this year, there will be 78 full-time, 45 part-time, and 75 volunteers. I hope you'll take the time today to talk to our firefighters, check out our fire trucks and the new Ladder 75 over there that will be pushing in to signify the opening of Station 75. Later on is a special treat. We've got our tower truck, Tower 70, and you'll be able to take rides up in the bucket and see your neighborhood from about 100 feet in the air for a small donation to the Spring Firefighter Assistance Fund. At Spring Fire Department, we only seek the best of the best. Those who have the desire to serve, the ability to perform, and the courage to act like Congressman Brady mentioned. I want to tell you how special these men and women who proudly wear the Spring Fire badge over their heart are. Some of them have chosen to make Spring Fire Department their career. Some of them work at other fire departments and work part-time here because they love serving the community so much. And then there are many among us who have full-time careers, and we still find time to devote to volunteering to provide you the service that you've come to expect and certainly deserve. Everyone trains to the same high standards, so when you call 911, you get nothing but the best. I can tell you that there's a lot of people who make this happen. A lot of times I'm the one that gets to speak about it, but I get to tell you I've got an entire staff of people who make things happen, and I am so blessed to have them. I'd like to introduce a few of those this morning. To my left, Assistant Chief Robert Logan. Deputy Chief of Training Joel Crenshaw, who's out in the crowd over there somewhere. District Chief Chris Von Wiesenthal and District Chief Kevin Wiseman. Our Station 75 officers, Senior Captain Burge and Captain David Page. Yep, very good. All the uniformed firefighters and the other staff of our department that have joined us today. And of course, the volunteers and the fire wives that always step up when we need them the most. A special thank you today goes to those who made this day possible. Our facilities manager coordinator, maintenance coordinator, Donald May, he's here. Our building committee, which has Chief Logan, Senior Captains Burge and Strick, Captain Rocky Langone, and former District Chief, Senior Captain and longtime Station 75 firefighter, Dustin Krieger. I see our IT managers over there managing the audio, and yes, by the way, just so you know, we are streaming this live on Facebook Live in 4K content, so that's a first for us, and we got to move along with technology as much as we can. We also have here today from LDF Construction, Lynn Foster, Kyle Foster, and Alan Rupert, who built this exceptional building. How about a round of applause for them? The design of this building is amazing, and BRW Architects out of College Station, Texas are the ones responsible for the design, and today we have Amanda Rotter with BRW with us today. Thank you, Amanda. And the interesting thing about the fire service is it never leaves your blood. And Arturo Arambide from A&A Marble and Granite, who is a former Station 75 member, donated some of the beautiful stonework that you see throughout the building. So thank you to Arturo. Some others joining us today, Sherry Edwards and her State Farm team. They graciously sponsored the scavenger hunt that we're having today. So look out for those little red firefighters. They're probably laying around on the floor, and be very careful. Sandy Priska and the teachers from the Klein Spring Montessori School, which has been in the community for over 30 years, they're here today, and they're helping manage the Kids Activity Center in the training room. The food that you're probably starting to smell comes from our Rafter 7 cooking team, who goes out and does a lot of benefits and things like that for our firefighters around the area. And so they'll be serving some food for you later today. And in case I forgot anyone, just all those who had a hand in putting this together today, thank you very much. All right, I'm going to turn it back over to Michelle, and we're going to participate in something really cool.
Okay, I like it.
Bob Shemansky, our ESD president, if you'll join me over there, we'll let Michelle narrate as we actually do the hose uncoupling.
You ready?
There we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. How about a round of applause? There you go. It's a beautiful truck. Welcome home, Ladder 75. There you go.